6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Bill Guile.
Good evening, everyone. You know, it seems like Mother Nature was trying to make up for lost ground, saying we didn't really have a winter. So let me see what I can do for you. Over the last week, things got kind of wintry, and now we're cold and going into March. Yeah, it looks to be a little bit of a wintry pattern at times. We had some light snow, obviously, this afternoon, creating some slippery spots. You heard us talking about that earlier on. Most of the snow shower activity is now starting to wind down in Rhode Island, but we're still seeing some going on through Plymouth County and out on the Cape. Plymouth currently still getting some of the steadiest snows, especially along that Route 44 corridor. But overall, the big picture, you can see how everything's kind of winding down for the evening hours. So we're going to be okay for the rest of the night. Currently in Providence, we're still seeing a little bit of light snow flurry activity, a temperature of 20 degrees. The wind is fairly light out of the southerly direction, and it's that wind direction that's actually going to keep us from really falling off through the overnight hours, along with the cloud cover that's going to remain in place. So you can see region-wide, we're mostly in the upper teens and low 20s throughout the region. Wakefield, kind of the warm spot, if you will, at 25 degrees. But everybody else is pretty cold across Rhode Island for tonight. But it won't be quite as cold as it was last night and early this morning. We won't have the wind, at least. As we look across the U.S., yeah, there's still plenty of cold air across the northern United States. The real Arctic air stays bottled up into Canada, at least for now anyway. But with the cold air intruding down across portions of the country and colliding with the warm air to the south, storm systems are going to be setting up. So you've been hearing about all the snows out in California. Well, that's the storm system that's going to get us Monday night and Tuesday. It's going to be working its way across the country. So here we go. We'll follow this as we go through the course of the day tomorrow. This storm system is going to be moving into the Four Corners states of the southwestern U.S. And then we head into tomorrow afternoon and evening, and it starts making its way into the nation's midsection. So by Monday morning, we'll be seeing it right around Ohio, Iowa and into portions of Missouri. You can see a lot of rain showing up here. There's likely to be some strong thunderstorms going into Illinois, but it'll be starting to bump into cold air across the Great Lakes region, and it's going to continue working towards the northeast. So we'll stay dry on Monday, just clouds coming in for the afternoon. Cold air will be in place. And then the precipitation comes in for Monday evening. So I'm looking anywhere around 8, 9, 10 o'clock in particular. There'll still be enough cold air so that we're going to get several inches of snow, perhaps plowable, most likely plowable, the way things are looking at this point in time. But some of the long-range models have begun to finally back off to some of the really prolific snow amounts that they were trying to show us a couple of days ago. Now, as we go into Tuesday, we'll be seeing a steadier light snow, especially across the interior, but with the secondary redeveloping off the coastline. The wind direction is going to become more easterly, and if we get a southeasterly wind, that's going to cause some mixing to take place across the Cape and work its way inland a little bit. That's part of the problem that we're still trying to work out. Just how close is that rain-snow line going to penetrate inland, and when will it give up the most intense area of precipitation during Tuesday afternoon? So that'll determine final snow totals. So we're going to take a look at a couple of models here. The European had already started backing down on projected snowfall amounts, and you can see the numbers, mostly 1 to 3 inches for southeastern New England, with 3, 4, 5, 6 inches the further north and west you go. I think that might be a little too low. The GFS is another model, and it was really holding on to some high numbers. I mean, it was holding on to 8 to 12 inches all the way up until early this morning, and it is now finally back down on its call. So I'm going to have a key update coming up tonight at 11 o'clock. We'll get some of the very latest data in, and we can really start to hone in. We're getting some higher resolution information in as well, so we'll get a better feel how this should be playing out. But you can see the difference in the models. I think the GFS may be just about right at this point in time. But just backing up real quick to what's going to happen for tomorrow, we're going to have another cloudy day with a few more snow showers right around midday. There'll be flurry activity, but notice our temperatures in the mid and upper 30s. So I'm not expecting any accumulation. Might be a few raindrops by the evening. All right, and then when that goes by, again, we get into the Monday night, Tuesday storm system, which we just covered. And then heading into Wednesday, we dry out, mainly sunny conditions, up to around 41, and then the threat of rain showers for the end of the week. That's your latest forecast.